Sarona Partners is an Israeli venture capital fund that has aggregated investments in over 300 startups, including 7 unicorn companies. Joining us now is Toot, Shani, founding partner and CEO of the firm, and David Debash, COO at Sarona. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So, there are almost 400 VCs here in Israel. What makes Sarona Partners unique? What makes you stand out from the rest?
So Sarona Partners is in fact a group of companies where it also includes a venture investment firm, but also 2 accelerator programs and a media company and an innovation activity that serves multinational corporates that are looking for innovation. And by the fact that we are actually active in all areas of the ecosystem, we are in the intersection that connects the oldest industries in the world with the agility and the most innovative and technologically advanced and product advanced startup companies in Israel. And there are very, very few funds with this mix, which is very unique, not only in Israel, but in the entire world.
I know, you mentioned accelerators, and, we know of some, and it's so difficult to differentiate yourself as an accelerator. And I know as a founder that, not all founders appreciate accelerators in any way, not the experience. So what differentiates you, how to promote an accelerators nowadays?
So yes, so founders, and rightly so, don't appreciate whatever distracts them from business. And especially in Israel, where founders are at their second, third, fourth startup. So that's what we focus on. We focus on business. We focus on working on scaling their sales and their business and their operation. And we do it powered by a full ecosystem behind it. As Toot mentioned, we have quite an interesting footprint in Israel, and which means we're not just an accelerator, but we usually use the power of the ecosystem to make a difference.
And what do you offer your participants?
So it is a 6-month program. Mm-hmm. It's a really hands-on program. We really enter into their team. We see it as if we're part of the team for these 6 months. And their target is our target. Their success is our success. It is really a focused journey together toward achieving the next steps together.
And eventually you connect them with international investors? Connect
them with investors in Israel and internationally, of course. Mm-hmm. But it's also an idea of developing the business with corporates and becoming clients of huge corporates. Mm-hmm. You grow your business not just by raising the next big round, but as well growing your company in terms of sales and of manpower.
Mm-hmm. So, we've heard from you that you have sort of a footprint throughout the Israeli ecosystem. So I'm curious to ask, what makes Israeli technology lead in so many different global innovation fields, do you think?
David came to Israel from Italy, and he has both, I think, perspectives in a very interesting manner. So I think I'll let David
as a relatively new immigrant, not new as much, but I think it's really a unique mix of characteristic and Israeli culture. I can think of a few things. I can think of Israel being a relatively small country, and that allows it to be a small market to test and enter for startups. As well, the idea of having a military that is so up-to-date and so strong, from the tech point of view, really cultivates high-level technology, but as well high-level people in technology. But as well on the entrepreneurship side, you have people that are used to taking decisions in a highly pressure situation. And I would say as well, there is the Jewish/Israeli unsatisfaction of the status quo, continuous unsatisfaction of the status quo that makes you want to disrupt it and change it, regardless how many times you will fail to do it. But that will push you to do more and more. And I guess that's one of the unique differences that I also saw coming here from a different country.
We'd love to know, now with the recent downturns in the markets, and we also interviewed before Amity Ventures. So we asked, kind of the same question about it, like what's the recent trends that you see now in the market, and how this recent downturn in the markets has affected your investment strategy right now?
So it's very interesting, to be honest. And I think many VCs are kind of standing behind the fence and stopping new investments in a way because they want to see where the wind blows and how valuations are being impacted and so on. On our perspective, what we see is a very, very interesting transition from deep technology companies to companies that are more business development led and coming to disrupt an entire industry, either in the areas of retail or finance or property tech or enterprise altogether. Remote work is a big topic these days. And not industry focused, but rather stage focused, or I would say approach focused, we see a big shift of mindset from both the VC side and the startup side to say, I need to build an actual business. I need to generate actual revenues. I need to be customer centric. I need to be sales oriented. And I need to show that there is an actuality to the business I'm trying to build. And what we've seen through the past 2 years of unicorn companies that have raised, crazy valuations without actual business going on or going public, and then their valuations got smashed. This cannot stand anymore. It doesn't hold. And I think that the startup community starts to understand that and shift their approach of building a startup accordingly.
Interesting.
Very interesting. All right, Toot, David, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Unicorn TV is brought to you by Symetria. Symetria offers ongoing liquidity management to attract and retain the best talents. Give your team the benefit they desire and deserve and win the competition over talents with Symetria.